Good day, everyone. My name is Jivitra Nagalingam, and my group members are Varsni Jagarajan and Nagasubhashini Sambasivan are here to present our ethical hacking case study too. Introduction. One of the major problems faced by internet hosts is denial of service (DOS) caused by IP packet flows. Hosts in the internet are incapable to stop packets addressed to them. Once a host network interface becomes congested, IP routers responded to the overload by dropping packets abruptly, typically opposite to the objective of the host. This might respond more successfully to overload in case it had control over which packets were dropped. The main proposal of this report is that the host, not the network, should be given control to respond to packet flows and overload. In a perfect world, hosts should have fine-grained control over how routers handle the packet addressed to them. For instance, hosts should be able to decide which packet to receive and which packet to drop and which packet are redirected. To demonstrate this point, we show how hosts can implement the following useful defense against packet flooding. First, avoid receiving packet at arbitrary ports. Next, contain the traffic of an application service under a flooding attack to protect the traffic of other application. Protect the traffic of established connection. Throttle the rate at which new connections are opened. In the report below, we demonstrate how hosts can defend themselves against flooding attacks, use the ability to control how routers process packets in the network. Next, my group member Varshi Jagarajan will continue on.
Thank you, Jivitra Nagalingam. Now I'm gonna talk about impact of the attack. A denial of service DOS attack packet flooding might have a variety of effects depending on the nature of the attack and how an organization prepares for it. First, the web server and website of the alpha system will be downtime. The most immediate and obvious effect is that their website and web server is overrun and become unavailable. This means all the business activity of Alpha System Company gained via their website won't be available until they get the site working again. It also impacts on your reputation of Alpha System Company website, and if they don't fix the site quickly, it can affect them to lose rank. If their site is unavailable because of being overloaded, it will return a 502 bad gateway error, which will negatively impact their search rankings if they allow the attack to stay that way for too long. In some cases, this issue also can be seen attacks where the site hasn't been available for a number of days because the organization did not know how to fix it and hadn't kept up backup. More of which shortly, and when the site did go back online, all of the internal links in that site's Google listing will be lost. They may suffer reputational damage. Second, Alpha Systems Company will face server and hosting issues. If Alpha System Company site is subject to regular attacks that they do not take steps to mitigate, this could lead to issue with their company hosting provider. A good hosting provider will give tools to secure their site against those attacks, but if they do not have this and they are on shared hosting, the attack may impact other sites on the same server. Third is Alpha System Company website will face vulnerability. A DOS attack could render Alpha System Company site and web servers more vulnerable to hacking as all of their systems are focused on getting the site back online and security system may have been put out of action by the attack. Hackers might then find it easier to make their way onto the company site via a backdoor once the DOS attack has succeeded in paralyzing the company site and web servers. Follow-up attacks like this would always come from the same source as the request that formed the DOS attack. A clever hacker will know how to hide their tracks and use multiple IP addresses to attack the Alpha System Company site and web servers, as well as how to hide their real location. So now, Alpha Systems Company is the victim of a DOS attack. One of the first priorities should be ensuring their WordPress site is secure. This is arguably more important than getting your public-facing site up and running again, as another attack will only take them back to square one or even worse. And the fourth impact is Alpha Systems Company will lose time and money for overcome back from this attack. Repairing website and web servers of the company that have been subject to those attacks takes time. It can also take money, and Alpha System Company has to spend a huge amount of money to overcome totally from this attack. They may suffer reputational damage. Fifth is genuine users, which is customer, are not able to access resources of Alpha System Company, so may not be able to find the information or carry out the actions they need. Customers may choose to use a competitor. Next, my group member Naga Subhashini will continue on.
Thank you, Varshni Jagrajan. Now I would like to continue with ways to overcome DOS attack. In this section, we present a few solutions to hosts where hosts can use to improve their application throughput. In specific, the hosts indicate the action to be performed on distinctive classes of packets where each class is decided by data in the packet header. How a class is defined by an application depends on the implementation of these responses. First is avoid receiving packets at arbitrary ports. Internet hosts can receive spontaneous packets at ports where no service runs. In spite of the fact that these packets are dropped by the kernel, they consume network transmission capacity and may affect other services. Hence, a host should receive packets only at ports on which it is tuning in or as part of an established connection. This response prevents arbitrary scanning of networks and also illegitimate packets sent to random ports. Second is contain the traffic of individual applications. With the capacity to decide which packets are dropped, hosts can contain the traffic of individual applications that could be beneath a flooding attack, hence protecting the other applications that run on the same host. When approaching traffic exits the interface capacity, the host should be able to decide which packets to drop depending on which service has higher priority. In our illustration, the host should be able to keep the transaction server running, whereas possibly stopping the traffic to the internet server. Third is protect the traffic of established connection. To maximize the application throughput, hosts need to protect the traffic of established connection against arbitrary traffic. This makes it more difficult for an attacker to perform IP flooding attacks since it is harder to establish a connection and support the traffic on that connection instead of send arbitrary packets. This is because establishing a connection requires the attacker to handle data and signaling packets, example ACK, SYN, ACK packets from the victim. Fourth is total rate of connection setup. Whereas the previous defense protects the established connections, it is still difficult for legitimate clients to open new connections in the presence of those attacks. To alleviate this problem, a host beneath attack should be able to reduce the revision of connection attempts made by attacker. On the way to achieve this objective is to form it harder for a client to open a new connection by using cryptographic puzzles or CAPTCHAs. While this approach will throttle the rate of connection setup of all clients, it will have a much more prominent impact on the attacker than on legitimate clients. This is because a legitimate client opens in general in distant less connection than an attacking host does. Next is get help recognizing attacks. Companies often use technology or anti-DOS services to help defend them. These can help you recognize between legitimate spikes in network traffic and a DOS attack. Then contact your internet service provider. If you find your company is under attack, you should notify your internet service provider as soon as possible to determine if your traffic can be rerouted. Having a backup ISP is a good idea too. Also consider services that can disperse the massive dose traffic among a network of servers that can help render an attack ineffective. Then investigate black hole routing. Internet service providers can use black hole routing. It directs excessive traffic into a null route, sometimes referred to as a black hole. This can help prevent the targeted website or network from crashing. The drawback is that both legitimate and illegitimate traffic is rerouted in the same way. After that, configure firewalls and routers. Firewall and routers should be configured to reject bogus traffic. Remember to keep your routers and firewall updated with the latest security patches. Last is consider front-end hardware. Application front-end hardware that's integrated into the network before traffic reaches a server can help analyze and screen data packets. The hardware classifies the data as priority, regular, or dangerous as they enter a system. It can also help block threatening data. Now, Jivitra Nagalingam will continue on.
Conclusion. In the current internet, hosts are essential defenders against IP flooding attacks. As a sufficient sum of malicious traffic exhausted, the lab hosts link capacity and renders the link unusable. The reason flooding attacks can happen is that a host is unable to control which passwords it gets. We find that end hosts are in the best position to detect and react to those results. Hence, we present two proposals that permitted hosts to take control of its incoming traffic. One mechanism relies on an indirection infrastructure that gives a general and architectural clean solution. Our second solution, which is incrementally deploy the internet, depends on host and ISP collaboration, where the host can control fine-grained network filters on the final hop router. Our solution has the quick advantage that victims of those attacks can be defending themselves. Other advantage is that hosts without server functionality cannot be attacked by aberrantly attacker anymore, as a host would enable packets only those connections that it has built up. These would rule out many flavors of worms that attack hosts which are not servers. Only servers that can be connected aberrantly hosts require a reservoirs mechanism. Our solution constrains attackers to attack through the narrow interface, hence securing the ongoing connections. However, there are still a few questions that remain open. While we advocate full control over packets, neither of the two realizations we propose achieve it. The abstract that notation by classifying packets based upon information in headers such as port numbers and IDs. The common question that arises is how much control is necessary for a host and at what cost will this control come? Another point is that our 5 methods help hosts cope with packet flows direct at them but do not secure the network itself. Ultimately, we have to be identifying the source of DDoS attacks and stop them at the entry point in the network. We hope that our insight will influence the design of future networks to be robust to DDoS attacks. That's all from us. Thank you.